Yes. Don't forget, log on to doggiediamondsnofilter.com. That is my official website. On there, you will find all my social media accounts, which you should be following me on everything. You should be following me on Instagram. If not, follow my personal page. At least follow Doggie Diamonds TV. Follow me on Facebook at Doggie Diamonds, which is an extension of the Instagram page. I'm on TikTok. I'm on every social media platform. And if you're on those platforms, you should be following me. I deserve a damn follow. And if you don't know how to find my social media pages, you can look right in the description box, or you could go to doggiediamondsnofilter.com, and everything is on there. Also, look, man, have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If you didn't, let me give you some information right now on my $100 promo deal. Listen, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the threads, the Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I could promote whatever you need, put you in front of over 500,000 people. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. You must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring awareness to your products, man. If it's your t-shirts, if it's your YouTube, if it's your store, if it's your music, whatever it is that you need promotion for, I can help you with that. Just hit me, contact me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram, at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Let's do this. Yes. I'm here. I wasn't even going to be here tonight, but hey, sometimes the contents be contenting. And you know me, I ain't passing up no content. Especially when we get to set the record straight. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. What's up? Parker Boy, what's up? Better Day. 29, yeah. Go CPNG, what's up? The best out of the 215, what's up? Talk Show the Visionary, what's up? Sir Guard, Black Man, what's going on? James Blanks, how are you tonight? Sean Briggs, what's up? D Money, DMG, what's up? EC, what's up? Saul Perez, what's up? Big Lou, what's going on? Chief Red Hair, Brown Eyes, what's up? Skags Money, Unpopping Opinions. Don't talk me to death. That's fire. CEO Falcone, what's up with you? Be Free. Derek Douglas, what's up? JE, what's up? Wano World, what's up? King Michael Coy, what's up with you? Nate Jackson, Tyrone James, what's up with y'all? M Fly Boy 5, what's up? Nisa Shabazz, how you doing tonight? Bronx Boss, what's up? Don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, SCG Publishing, what's going on? Preem, what's up? Bernadette Bernie, how are you doing? Big Tom, what's up? Rashawn Green, what's up? Preem, what's going on? Phoenix in the building. JR Meadows, what's up? JE Flatbush is in the building. New God Flow, that's a fire name. Cuban Crisis, what's up with you? Carl Muhammad, peace to you. Dartmouth, what's up? Mr. Q, what's going on? All the way from X, aka Twitter, that's the homie, Mr. Q. Mr. Dark Horse 747, what's up? Naeem Kingston, what's up? Harry Hash, my OG is in the building. Cuban Link, what's up? Lucky, LFG, what's up? Blade Brown, what's up? Peace God. Sekka Salah, what's up? Yahawada Yashalara, what's up? I think I did that. Hey, what's up? Juice Pedres, what's up? Brother Marcus SYSBM, what's up? They try to say my beats is whack and old school. You heard that? That's what they try to say, but check it out.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, they try to say that. They try to say that on a Snoop post, but they know better. They know better than that. They know better than that. They know better than that. What's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, this your first live, Mia? I'm glad that you're here. Mia 51779. I'm blind. Hold on. See? I said 5. It's Mia 61179 in New York. Hold up. Mia 6117 New York. I'm blind. Damn. I need to get glasses. Anyway, what's up with y'all, man? What's going on? There ain't no knife Wonder beat. No, that's
Doggie Diamonds did this.
every beat I ever made is mine. That might be the official Cuban Links. That's the bro if it is. Me and Cuban got like 900 interviews together over the years. I tell you right now, if that's the official Cuban Link, that is the official Cuban Link in the building. So, okay. Let me do this. First of all, get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. We need the likes up. First and foremost, throughout the years, because I've done so many interviews, Cuban Link, Lazarios, Chris Rios, aka Chris Rivers, aka Baby Pun, Charlie Rock LD, Bang Bang Boogie. I've interviewed people who would be considered to be Fat Joe ops. So from that standpoint, those individuals at one particular point didn't have a platform, was not going to get a platform. They was not going to get a platform. The people that I named was never going to get a platform. Me being unbiased, and I root for the underdog, and I don't like people being blackballed, blacklisted, or held back, and they got a story. I took on the stories. So it might seem to some that I have an issue with Fat Joe, and I don't. I think Fat Joe did a lot of dope things in hip hop, did a lot of dope things in the culture, made a lot of music I like. So people might think I don't like him or it's something personal. It's nothing personal. It's just a simple fact that those individuals didn't have a voice. Since I came in the culture, I always gave a voice to the voiceless. Anybody who couldn't get their story out, I didn't care. I wasn't biased. I was the one that was like, yo, hold on. What happened? Oh, no, we got to tell that story, because hip hop is about stories, teachable moments in history. And if you don't tell your history the way you want to tell it, people will rewrite history. Over the years, Fat Joe has been known for telling stories, rewriting history a lot of times. If Cuban, Liza, Charlie Rock LD, Bang Bang Boogie at that time, and others didn't tell their story, if you let him tell it, he's going to tell it how he wants to tell it. Chris Rios as well, Chris Rivers, a.k.a. Baby Pun. So if they didn't tell their story, he would tell the story the way he wanted to tell it. So it's a good thing that I was able to meet with them people, and I'm talking about all the way back to 2008. I did my first interview with Liza 2008, and she was able to tell their stories, her story, and talk about Pun. This is Pun's wife. It's not his homegirl. It's the mother of his children, his wife. When it came to any beef or anything going on, I kind of stayed out of that, but I just wanted people to be able to tell their story, and they talk about the culture. So Fat Joe tells stories. He's an excellent storyteller, but many people say his stories is cap. They ain't got nothing to do with me, but many people say his stories is cap. One of the reasons that make me think some of his stories is cap, because he decided to DM me one day and told me he never heard of me before. He said, I never heard of you before. That's facts. When that's 1,000% cap. Not because I'm Doggie Diamonds, because I'm too close to the situation. And without involving his direct people, because I don't want to name drop none of them. But it's cap. But it's nothing personal with me. It's nothing personal with me. I don't have any issues with him. Like I said, Misery Live Company is like one of my favorite records ever. Shit's real. the remix, the clean version is my favorite version. He got like 20, 30 records that I can name off that I love. He's all in my gym playlist. So it's not about the music. I know how to separate music from a person. Just because I listen to somebody's music or like your music, that don't mean you're not a POS. And I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about anybody, right? So lately, it's been a big discussion in the past 2 to 3 years of who invented hip hop. The conversation was being spoken about until at one point, Busta Rhymes was loud, another capper, and Fat Joe was very loud about who invented hip hop. Not only did they say Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans invented it, they kind of omitted us, Black Americans, from the story. That's where the problem started. It wasn't that they didn't have anything to do with it. It was that they were the inventors. That started a problem. That started a shitstorm. That started a discussion, which caused many people to speak out about it, many people to argue and discuss. Documentaries were made. A lot of podcasts were done. A lot of discussions was being had. My DJ, my teacher, is a Puerto Rican. But he taught me how to DJ. He's not the inventor. Neither am I, but he taught me. So I will always have a affinity and love for Puerto Rican people because one of my mentors in DJing is a Puerto Rican. I learned how to DJ from a Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans did have a role in hip hop, but they weren't the creators. I already proved that to y'all. It's already been proven. So today, he went on my expert opinion, and he decided to say some things about FBAs. Foundational Black Americans. Now let's do something really quick, because I myself am a Black American. So I could say I am a foundational Black American. As far as I know, I could be wrong. FBA doesn't have a leader, nor is it an organization. It's a lineage. That's what I saw, and that's what I know. No one can be my leader because I have a mind of my own. No one can tell me what to do because I have a mind of my own and I'm going to do research. The problem is when these topics started coming up, when it was corrected, Fat Joe didn't like it because it disproved a lot of things that he was saying. New York City, and I want to explain something to y'all, and I'm going to get to what he said in a minute, but I want to just give y'all some understanding on some stuff. New York City is a melting pot. New York City consists of many people, which is really almost completely gentrified now. So we're like visitors in our own city. New York City is a melting pot. But New York City, for the most part, has been segregated. It is segregated. You have places where Puerto Ricans live, whether it's Bushwick, Sunset Park. Williamsburg area. You have West Indians, Canarsie, Crown Heights, Flatbush. Black Americans are everywhere. I didn't know that it was a difference between us and them growing up until they let me know it was a difference between us and them. See, we didn't have a flag. As a Black American, we don't have a flag. They got flags, they got a country. I've never had an issue with Puerto Ricans or West Indians. Me growing up as a Pan-Africanist, I didn't know that we were different. I really didn't, because we're taught that anywhere that people of our color and shade that's oppressed, we have the same fight. Until I started learning how some of them felt. They started calling us lazy. Started saying we're uneducated, we're ignorant. And we didn't invent shit. That's where the problem started happening at. Like, hold the fuck up. What you mean we didn't invent shit? Respectfully, when some Spanish-speaking people get around their people, they'll talk Spanish in front of each other and leave your ass out. And you be sitting there like, fuck is they talking about? So you always felt like they were talking about you. Sometimes they were. West Indians do the same thing. So with us in the hood, him using the N-word the way he does, that is a hood cultural thing. So for y'all non-New Yorkers who say, I need to work on that, Henderson. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. For your non-New Yorkers who wonder why J-Lo and Fat Joe and Puerto Ricans and a lot of different people say the N-word the way they do, because it's just some hood shit. Thank you for your super chat, Lock Vegas. Thanks for addressing this issue. Proximity locations is not. Yeah, exactly. It's some hood shit. And we're used to it because many Puerto Ricans grew up where we grew up and we speak the same oppressive language. So the N-word has been in it. They call each other the N-word. Just being real with you. So that's why they use the word the way they do. They don't use it the way we use it as a term of endearment for other blacks. They just use it, period. So when they say the N-word, they're not talking about black people. They're talking about anybody. They call each other that. Always have for a long time. So, that's that. So that's why they say it a lot the way they do. And they say it a lot. Reminds me, one time I was on live on Instagram, and it was a young lady from the continent of Africa. And she said the N-word. And I asked her, why you use that word? Y'all call each other that? And she was like, no. So I said, well, why you using that language when you talk to me? Because via hip hop and via the movies and via stereotypes, they think that's how we all talk. So again, wanting to be down with us, because it still go back to us, they adapt our language that they think that that's our language. Not knowing that we went from the N-word to kids, son, my dude, boy. We call each other all types of stuff. They think we call each other the N-word all day, but we don't. We got other words that we call each other. Twin. We called each other many different things. All they knew is the N-word. So now you got people in the continent, my nigga, looking crazy, thinking that this is how we talk to one another, and we don't. We started calling each other different things. We started calling each other son, not son because you mine, son because you shine. We started finding terms of endearment to talk to each other with different words. So that's what son means. Son don't mean son because you under the deodorant. That's some New York slang. If you from New York, you know what I'm saying. That's not what son means. Son mean you the son because you shine like me. I call my brother son because he shine like one. That's what son mean. It's not S-O-N, it's S-U-N. We started calling each other different things. We started calling each other gods. We started calling each other Lord. Started calling each other Almighty. My brother, my G. Started calling each other different things when they were stuck on the N-word. All around the globe, when they see black people, they automatically think we call each other the N-word because of hip hop, because of movies, because of stereotypes. They don't know no better. So sometimes when they try to be cool, my nigga, even when you go to the stores, the Akis started saying it. And I was like, yo, no, because whether y'all like it or not, there's a difference between us and the Akis. We'll talk about that another time. But there's a difference between us and the Akis. And I've always had a problem in the hood with the Akis because they were selling bacon, they were selling cigarillos, they were selling roll-ups, they were selling beer, they was doing all that through the month of Ramadan, and they don't eat none of that stuff or touch none of that stuff, but they were selling it to us. And I'm like, so if y'all don't eat that and y'all don't touch that, why y'all giving us that poison? So I always had a problem with the Akis for that, but that's another topic. That's another topic. So Fat Joe having an issue with making an erroneous statement, being disproved, still has a chip on his shoulder, and he's blaming FBAs like there is a specific group of FBAs when many of us are Black Americans. Now, to my Puerto Rican folks, to my West Indian folks, Black Americans, we are the only people that didn't name ourselves. We stayed on, and right now we're Black Americans because whether y'all like it or not, we Americans, we built this motherfucker. So if we want to claim to be American because this is the country and the continent that we on, that's what we going to do because we built this, nobody else. I'm going to say that to you again. We built this. From the inventions to the labor to the mines, we built this. So if we want to claim to be Americans, because that's where we at. Because if I go to Jamaica or Mexico right now, and my passport says American, then that's what I am. They gave us colored, Negro, African American. We never gave ourselves that. That's what they gave us. And then they change it. They change it when they see, when it fits them. They just change it. They change it. How do you go from Negro, colored, African American, Black? Black is the only thing that's an ethnicity, a slur, a nationality, and race. So now when we keep that and we say, hey, you know what? We're Black Americans because although some of our lineage might come from the continent of Africa, some of ours didn't. Because us as Black people were all over the globe. You cannot put us in one place. We were everywhere. You go into any place besides the caves. We were everywhere around the globe. Everywhere. Everywhere. So you can't say that y'all come from here and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. No, 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 no. We were everywhere. Don't get it fucked up. So if this is what we so choose to call ourselves, you can't get mad and say, hey, oh yeah, Afro-American was another one, and the Afro's a haircut. So you can't say or be mad that this is what we decide to stick with and call ourselves. We were all over the globe, all the way down under from Australia to Alaska. We are everywhere. So, because he was disproved of being part of the invention of hip hop, he has a chip on his shoulder. And all he had to do was debate Lord Jamar, debate some of the people. Don't go do an interview, because these interviews is dumb when people could sit down and talk and have a discussion. I mean, Lord Jamar's an elder in the culture. You're an elder in the culture. So now we could talk to other people, but we can't talk to each other when dudes done did records together, when dudes done came up in the same circles. You can't, now we above talking because everybody wants to be a podcaster and a talker. If you a podcaster and a talker, why can't you talk to your brother? And if you're not different, if hip hop brought you together, why you can't do it for hip hop? Because Lord Jamal come from the consciousness, the conscious part of hip hop. You come from the ignorant part. So whether you agree with Lord Jamal or not, he made a call to action. He made a call to action to have a discussion. Some reason you didn't want to have a discussion, but you chose to sit down with Math and have a discussion. Respectfully, Math is not FBA. Math is not FBA. So Math has to agree with you, because if he doesn't agree with you, then that takes away from what he think his lineage has to do with the culture. And not saying you didn't add on, not saying they didn't add on. The discussion is who invented it. Because the problem is y'all like to play with words, and y'all such manipulators that y'all take words and hear what you want to hear. The discussion is who invented it. Not who added on, not who did certain things with it. Who invented it? That's the discussion. So if you don't want to have that discussion, and you want to say we did this, and Busta Rhymes want to say Black Americans don't have a culture, academics want to say Black Americans don't have no culture, Kai Cenat say Kai Cenat want to say Black Americans don't have no culture. I just find that funny that even somebody like I see somebody who say that Fat Joe and Doggie Diamonds are the same complexion. Actually, I'm darker than Fat Joe, for one. For two, as a black man, we range all throughout that tan chart. So miss me with that, because now you're talking colorism, which is WS, aka white supremacy. So miss me with that. And if you a black man talk about complexion, you need to get the fuck up out of here, because some of our greatest leaders was my complexion. So get up out of here with that. Because I'm not talking about complexion. It has nothing to do with complexion. It has something to do with lineage. Learn that. Anyway, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Bozo. Listen. Oh, you think that's funny? Well, guess what? Now you up out of here. Now you up out of here. Because I'm not gonna let nobody stop my bill. So I find it funny that he can say Busta Rhymes that Black Americans don't have no culture and be guard body. I find it funny that he could say Black Americans don't have a culture and be guard body. Where does that come from? Now, for anybody in the chat who feel like I'm coming at Puerto Ricans, West Indians, if you could get out of your feelings for 1 second, because this is not an emotional thing. I'm not angry. This is not an emotional thing. This is a teachable moment, something that you could relate to and get a better understanding of it. This is what this is. What I said was not that you didn't add on, not that you didn't have a part in it, that you did not invent it. That is the discussion. So y'all could keep trying to move the goalposts to see, because when it doesn't fit your narrative, when it doesn't fit how you want to talk, that's when you start getting emotional. It was all about who invented it. We are the inventors. Period. I proved that. I did a whole video breakdown. I don't know what these other people do, but I show you historical facts. I show you, y'all know how I do. My core supporters know what I do. We teach over here. We don't just shoot from the hip. There's no emotion in it. We teach. I can show you and show and prove what I'm talking about, which I'm going to do a little bit tonight. So, could we get into what Fat Joe said? And shout out to Mav. This is his content. I hope nothing bad happens to my channel behind it, but I'm going to go out on a limb and show it to y'all anyway. And if something happens to my channel behind this, y'all know why. And I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, but this is for, for content. And this is a reaction because we have a right to speak to this. We got a right to speak to this. So let's go.
People outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's.
So what he said was what I said, that we're a melting pot. I do agree with that. So people outside of New York don't understand how many of us it is. This is where the bullshit kicks in. Let's go.
Start by this. Let's start by this.
Each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made
Rumors?
by radical black racists.
Okay. Let's start there. Racism means that you have some type of social economic power. Because racism, me as a racist, it's the difference between prejudice and racism. Racism means because of your race, I can deny you a car loan, I can deny you a house loan, I can deny you service. I could put a sign up and say, Black people have no power when it comes to race. No power whatsoever. We can feel how we feel. We can't deny nobody nothing. We can't stop shit. We could just be Twitter fingers, what I'm doing now and all that. We can't do a damn thing. We can only feel the way, but we do not have the power to stop anything with anybody based on a race. So calling somebody a racist, a black racist, See, when you love yourself and you love your own, they always gonna call you that. Remember that. When you love yourself and you love your own, they always gonna call you that. They always gonna say that's what you are. If I say, yo, I won't date anybody but a black woman, they'll say I'm racist. How? But many people want to keep their bloodline going all around the world. So let's do that again. Let's do that again.
Black racist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear.
How we don't want to hear it if since the inception of hip hop, y'all been saying that y'all started it. We got beat in the head with the Kool Herc story. We got beat in the head with the Africa Bambaataa story. We got beat in the head with the Grandmaster Flash story. We didn't say that. Y'all said that and they said that. The powers that be. We never got asked who started it because truth be told, it was Africa Bambaataa until his controversy came up. Y'all moved the piece. Y'all never said Herc. Y'all always said Bambaataa. Y'all always said Bambaataa. And then when the controversy came up with him, y'all moved the piece around and tried to omit him from history. But y'all used to say Bambaataa. That's why he's in Beach Street. That's why he's in a lot of stuff. That's why peace, love, unity. That's why the Zulu Nation was so big. So get the hell out of here with that. It ain't that we didn't want to hear it. Y'all the ones who put them. Y'all put them first. Y'all didn't ask none of the ancestors. Y'all didn't ask none of them. Y'all said they was. Let's go.
They don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is.
We don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. What's their job? What's their job? Please get the likes up too. Get the likes up, please.
So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these?
It's that's probably the most asinine thing to say. Our job is to criticize anybody that don't look like us, who ain't black American. Criticize for what? The conversation was who invented hip hop. It's no criticism. It's the fucking truth. I don't even want to curse. That don't look like us. Most of us got the same phenotype. I mean, you do have some West Indians who look a little different. Some Jamaicans might have a broad nose, respectfully. Some Puerto Ricans might have more fairer skin, or their hair might be of a certain texture. But criticize people that don't look like us. Nobody criticize anybody for their looks. What the hell are you talking about? The fact of the matter is that when your hair grow out, you know what you look like. That's why you saying that. That's why you saying that. So you're really talking about yourself, and then you try to put it on everybody. Criticize people that don't look like them. No, you know what you look like when that hair grow out. That's why you saying that. You don't even look like a damn Puerto Rican, truthfully, but you look more Euro than anything. But let's go.
These guys.
You want me to say it?
Who are these guys?
Who ain't black American?
Who are these guys?
You want me to say it name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck.
He knew the name, because if you could say who the guys are, the Foundational Black Americans, so saying the Foundational Black Authority is 100% disrespectful, because nobody said we the Black Authority. Nobody said we have authority over anybody. All we're saying is that we are the inventors. 87 rhyming in the center. That's all we saying. We didn't say the authority. We didn't say the Foundational Black Authority. That's not what we ever said. We don't have no authority. But you know the name. But go ahead.
These broke niggas is.
Listen.
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
So what he just called was every FBA is broke. See, money is necessary for our livelihood, to take care of your family, to be able to do different things. But when you make everything about money and you call people broke, first of all, your bank account, your chain, your jewelry, your car, where you live, the women you sleep with, don't mean you're not broke. Don't mean you don't have mental health issues. Don't mean you don't have problems. So if we're judging people by what they have in the bank, judging people by what they have in the bank, and these broke niggas, that's not racist. So if we judging people by what they have in the bank, that don't mean they're broke. And hip hop was founded and derived out of poverty and being broke. That's why y'all niggas can't rap no more, because you ain't broke no more. Y'all all rich, y'all all fat, y'all all getting money. That's why your content ain't the same no more. That's why you can't rap. Because you ain't broke. New Jeru, I appreciate you. Let's go.
Black authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
But that's funny. What's funny about that, though? I don't understand what's fucking funny, though. What's funny? Whoever these broke niggas is, anybody who considers themselves, thank you, Stacey Gaines, I see you, anybody who considers themselves to be a Black American should be offended. So if you was a Black American, you wouldn't have sat in the barbershop and laughed. You wouldn't have laughed. If I was there, I wouldn't have laughed. I would have been able to challenge all them points. That's the difference between me and a good interviewer. Just because you got good guests, that don't mean you a good interviewer. That's another topic. You let people sit there and spew bullshit and you don't challenge them. You don't challenge them. You have to be learned, you have to be educated, and you have to have knowledge to challenge people when they say stuff like that. That's why it's funny. Because what he just said was so much misinformation just now, but it's funny because you don't have the knowledge to challenge them. Let's go.
I'm just keeping it a buck. And that shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, you know.
Nobody runs FBA. That's the truth. Nobody runs FBA. It's a lineage. It's a culture. Just put a name to something that we already felt we were. And when we give ourselves a name, why y'all get so mad when they keep giving us fucking names? We never ask for them names. And then when we give ourselves a name, then y'all got a problem with the name. Know why? Because you're excluded. Because you could be a nigga. You could be a son. You could be a brother. You could be a kid. But you can't be a Black American. And that shit bothers y'all. That's what it is. I'm being real with you. That's what bothers y'all. You can't be a Black American. That shit bothers you. You could be everything else. You could take any slang. You could take all that shit. Paper chasers, what's up, bro? You could take all of that. But you can't be a Black American. And that's the problem.
Oh, your leader, yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
I grew up.
What does New York have to do with anything? I am a New Yorker. I am from Brooklyn. I was with the person, grew up with the person, recorded the person, did music with the person that's revered as the greatest rapper of all time. I recorded Biggie. Hey, no, do them vocals over. So I'm qualified to talk about hip hop. I'm qualified to talk about New York. I'm definitely qualified to talk about Brooklyn. And I'm definitely qualified to talk about interviews and podcasting because I'm all y'all father. So y'all could cut all that out. And I'm qualified to talk about knowledge of myself and my people, and I'm qualified to speak for my people, and that's what I'm doing tonight. That's what I'm doing tonight. All of this is because you were told you're not a part of the invention of hip hop. All of that. All of that. So, I want y'all to know more stuff about us. I want y'all to know more stuff about us because it's important that you know some things about us as a people. Because I know we N-words, we ignorant, we Bloods, we Crips. Thank you, last name first. I know we Bloods, we Crips, we GDs, we all these things. And for the most part, we hate each other. And we come together under a name, whether it's Black American. And if you don't want to deal with foundational Black American because you associated with Tariq Nasheed, that's on you. But you're still a Black American. You're still a Black American. But let me show y'all some stuff too. Because we always going to teach. Thank you, Pure Vita. Products made by Black inventors. The traffic light. See what they call us? Garrett Morgan, an African-American inventor, began as a handyman to a wealthy landowner. He had his start figuring out sewing machines and how to optimize their effectiveness. The ability to create something fascinated him, and then he went on to patent a breathing device he called the safety hood in 1914. His invention later went on to become the prototype for the gas mask. We could go on. The pacemaker control unit, invented by Otis Boykin. While working at the PI Nielsen Research Laboratories while trying to start his own business, he went on to receive a patent for a wire precision resistor. His resistor was later used in TVs and radios as well in the United States military for guided missiles and IBM computers. He then went on to create control unit for the pacemaker in 1960. His invention helped improve the reliability and efficiency of the device. I'm blind. Excuse me. The helicopter, Paul E. Williams. Let's go. Hold on. Fiber optic cable network, Dr. Thomas Mensa. See? But see, look how they mix it. See, look, listen what they do. This is what they do. They'll say Black inventors, right? And then they'll mix us all in. And this is, see, look, Ghanaian inventor. You see that? So let me ask you something. How could you be an African American? And Africa's a continent, right? Africa's a continent, it's not a country. But he's a Ghanaian American. You see how that trickery? Where's Ghana at? So how are we the only people who they call African American, but we don't even have a place of origin in the continent? He does. See what I'm saying? You see that, right? He's Ghanaian. He has Ghana, but we're African American. That's the name they gave us. That's the name they gave us. Richard Spikes, automatic gear shift. Home security system. Marie Van Brittan Brown. African-American nurse who knew she couldn't rely on a fast police presence. So she created a home security system. List of creations and inventors. Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, an American surgeon, performed one of the first successful open heart surgeries in 1893. This is the list of black inventors. So at the end of it all, they play mind games. They play word games. That shit used to work when we wasn't educated. That shit used to work when we was coming up drinking 40s and dudes just smoking weed and messing around out there. That shit used to work. We didn't really know any better. Now it don't work so much no more. Because we in the information age. And we're able to really, really, really look up stuff. We're really, really able to be proud of ourselves. Because if you deal with them and you let them tell it, we ain't nothing but dumbass gangbangers on welfare. That all we do is hurt each other. While the world is inventors, while the world is progressing, the dumb niggas in the hood ain't doing nothing. I need y'all to get them likes up too. I need to be at least at 1,000 likes before y'all bounce. Paperchasers.com got his incredible YouTube channel too, who been putting on for the culture for a very long time. That's the comrade right there. So the issue is, who created hip hop? That's why these conversations is started. It has nothing to do with we don't like this person, we don't like this person. And again, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When you're on X, aka Twitter, what happens is when you go in there and they tell you every time I'm on there, they tell you that you're different. They got their flags, they got this, they got that. And when I see some of them that's not even in America talk more about American hip hop than they do they shit. They try to argue with me about American hip hop like I don't fucking live here. Like I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So if you have an issue with Tariq Nasheed, you deal with that. That's on you. It ain't about him. It's bigger than him. He just was able to make up a name and come up with a name that best describe what we were feeling. And he deserves credit for that. But we've been calling ourselves black. Because if we wasn't black, why is it on surveys? Why is it on job applications? Why is it African American or black? Why? Right? Hip hop started from old blues and jazz. That's not Jamaicans. It's not Puerto Ricans. I mean, y'all have y'all music, but even y'all music derived from us. Even y'all music. The drums and all that, that's from the continent. But when we came, when some of us came here, some of us been here, you had Negro spirituals that they used to sing on the plantations. It was all about pain, suffering, and what was going on. From that, some of them decided to speed it up. They used to make us dance and sing as their entertainment. They used to make us sing and dance as their entertainment. They didn't do that shit with y'all. They didn't do that with y'all. is from the South. Many of our people migrated from the north to the south to the north. You have Pigmeat Markham. You have another. I showed all of this already, and I'm not going to do it tonight. I don't have to. It's already been proven. So if you are angry and you saying these foundational black authority, these broke ass niggas, you're mad because of hip hop. That's it. That's it. We invented it. Y'all had y'all music. You had just your salsa, you had merengue, you had all of that. Y'all had y'all music. Which, don't get me started, but y'all had that. I give you, y'all had that. And it's funny because a lot of West Indians, especially Jamaicans, put their lineage back to Ethiopia and Africa. That's why they believe in Haile Selassie, a.k.a. Rastafari was his name. Haile Selassie, a.k.a. Rastafari was his name. He was the emperor of Ethiopia. And from his name and his teachings, they believe they started a whole religion behind him and a way of life. So they shit go back to the continent. Look it up. And the funniest shit, when you think about people like Christopher Columbus, he never made it to the shores of North America. He never even made it here. Rhythm and blues specifically, was plantation shit. It's from the plantations. To where, what you think country music is? They took that shit from us. So even Beyonce doing a country music album, she ain't doing nothing but doing her shit. It's hers. But if you have what you did, and you have, why, when we say we invented something, why do y'all have an issue with that if we can prove it? Your job is to disprove it, not get angry and call names. That's your job, to disprove it. Lord Jamar called y'all out. Lord Jamar called y'all out. Go sit down with him. Make it a public forum. Make it a town hall meeting. Because when it comes to dudes selling liquor and selling all this death and destruction to us, y'all all in on that. Y'all all get the bags from that. Y'all all get money from that. When it comes to killing us and calling us niggas and gang shit and all that, y'all all down on that. Why y'all don't claim that too? Why y'all don't claim being a part of the destruction of hip hop and being the part of destruction of us as a people? Y'all don't claim that. Y'all blame that shit on us. Y'all say niggas is stupid. Y'all say niggas this, that, and the third. Y'all don't take no credit for that. See, everything wrong with it is our fault. But everything great, y'all invented and y'all had something to do with. Break dancing? I just give y'all credit. Puerto Ricans is great. Great DJs, great break dancers, great everything. But y'all didn't start it. That's the whole discussion. You have some people who don't believe in the transatlantic slave trade. They have that right. Some people could trace their lineage and show that they were here. So it don't apply to them. So that would make them American. But what y'all not gonna do is say, yo, they hate us. Because what that did, and the only reason why I'm doing this tonight, because what that did was that started a narrative for the uninformed. That video is gonna get a lot of views. That video is gonna misinform a lot of people because of the platform, because of the following. And the uncontested lie starts to look like the truth. Now, me, I don't have 1 million subscribers. But what I do have is I have a voice and I use it. I use it the way it needs to be used. Because we could get up here at any given time and talk about dumb shit, who fucking who getting fat, who in the gang, who is snake. We could talk about all that shit. But then now, hold on. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. So the issue is, I would never disrespect Puerto Rican people. I would never disrespect West Indian people. Although you act like you are the authority to speak for Puerto Ricans. Even when you were pandering for Kamala Harris, you sat down and said you don't know how any Latino Puerto Rican people could vote for Trump. That's what you said. You act like you was the authority. You act like you was the authority. And they showed your ass what they thought about your authority. Because they still voted for Trump. So I find it funny that Fat Joe, didn't you say you was black before? You said that. We could look it up. You said you was black. Matter of fact, we research over here. Let's do that real quick. Let's find that. Pardon me, I like to have these things up. As I did a search, he discussed plenty of times why he uses the N-word. And you had people who were saying Fat Joe is black, just not African American. And you see why that's dangerous. You see why that's dangerous because what is an African American? Fat Joe is too black for Latinos, too Latinos for some black people. What the hell are you even talking? Maybe you don't even know who the hell you are. So what is this? Fat Joe opens up about his racial identity, talks growing up in a black neighborhood. Fat Joe is fully aware of his identity as a Latino man, but he's also conscious of his association to black culture. What black culture? Hip hop is black culture. Fat Joe said his blonde hair and green eyes certainly confirmed his Latino roots, but hip hop's origin in the Bronx meant Joe grew up thinking he was black. I'm telling you, I would never lie to y'all. He says that all the time. I will never lie. Thinking he was black. You see that shit? Goodness gracious. Thinking? Oh my God. You can't make that up. Thinking he was black? How? Goodness gracious. You can't make this shit up. Goodness gracious. Thinking he was black. Again. I like his music. I ain't going front. But when you speak, the misinformation that he spewed in that show was funny to them. But it's really not funny because nobody has the mind state that he had. And y'all keep talking about complexion. I don't know if y'all are slow or something. I think some of y'all are slow. I don't want to call you slow. I don't want to call you stupid. So I'm just going to say you're slow. We're not talking about nobody's complexion. You got Tego. What's his name? Tego Calderon. That's a black Puerto Rican. But if you go across the world, and let me get this straight for y'all really quick. If you go across the world, nobody called black is an American construct. Black is an American construct. Nobody around the world calls theirself black. They call themselves the name of their country or their tribe. That's just the truth. Nobody calls themselves black. If you see a Nigerian and you ask him, is he black? He will say, no, I am Nigerian or Igbo. He will never say, I'm black. Black is an American construct. Nobody around the world calls themselves black. You know what's even deeper? They don't even call themselves white. Go to Ireland and call them white. They will say, I'm not white, I'm Irish. Call an Italian white. He'll say he's Italian. Those are American constructs. Go to Europe and call them white. They'll say they're European. Those are American constructs. Tell some of these other people they white. They're not going to say, I'm not white. I'm this. I'm this. So if you listen, bro, respectfully, I have close African friends that call and say they're black. They are Americanized. I said, go Doggie, you're wrong on this one, saying black people don't call them black in other countries. What countries you been to, though? See, this is, anyway. And you stay being argumentative, too. I knew you was going to say something because you just can't help your fucking self. You just can't help yourself. I smoke you like every other chat. You can't help yourself, so you just come here night after night to just argue with me, but it ain't going to happen tonight. It ain't going to happen tonight. And you know what's even funny? No Africans call themselves Africans. They call themselves the name of their country. No Africans say they're African. They call themselves the name of their country. And they have tribalism and don't get along even in the continent. This is just the truth. But I know some of y'all don't even have no passport. You never been nowhere. You know anything about chicken spots. The whole color things. Y'all need to read J.A. Rogers' Sex and Race. Y'all need to read different things. Seriously. Those individuals that are foundational, who are rejects from other countries in Americas, those who call themselves white. Immigrants don't call themselves white. But if you go to the South and you ask one of them, what are they? I'm a white man. They're not going to say, I'm Irish. They don't say that shit. They say they white. They don't claim they lineage from other countries and shit like that. And that's what we talk about. Yeah, we might be from here, from there, but after a while, that shit is not in us no more. It's in our blood, but it's not in us because of our customs and our culture. Go down there and ask them where they from. They're not gonna say, "Hey, I'm Irish." No, I'm white. And again, we built this shit. We nurtured it. We nurtured their animals. We nurtured their land. We nurtured their children. We invented a lot of shit. We built a lot of shit. We have the right to call ourselves what we want to. We have the right to claim what we want to claim. And again, they could call themselves whatever. One thing they can't call themselves is Black American, but they could cosplay a Black American because once they think they get the mannerisms down, they get the lingo down. You sit there, you want to eat macaroni and cheese, and you want to eat all the shit, which is invented by a black man, macaroni and cheese and all that, and you think you all this shit, and you got a different flag up there. You all this shit, and you could go home somewhere. Where the fuck are we going? We are home. We are home. That's it. We home. That's it. That's it. Many of us don't watch football, aka soccer. We don't. A lot of our customs and our way of life, that shit is different. The way we dress, all of that shit. And we see y'all doing our shit, whether it's Burna Boy, whether it's Drake, whether it's Tyler, whether it's all of these people, we see y'all doing our shit. It's our shit. You see even Buju feel the way. But I was the first one to call out Afro beats. Do y'all remember? Remember? Y'all said I was hating. I told y'all they was trying to replace hip-hop with Afro beats and Latin music. Y'all said it can't happen. Look now. Remember that show I did? Y'all better look into my archives. But I know some people are more entertaining. Some people got props. Some people got better or they got gossip or they just got all this fucking misinformation for you. So it's entertaining. But we deal with facts over here. We deal with facts. You could want to be like us. And the great Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. Again, I grew up Pan-Africanist. I didn't know that it was a difference between us. When I seen black people struggling all around the globe, I was mad. People like Daddy-O was making songs, Free South Africa, all these places. It was different individuals. We was making songs about babies with flies on their face. I can't go to sleep. We always worried about what was going on in every other country when we saw what we thought was our people because they were black. Little did we know in some of these countries, they had rich kings and queens in rich places. Doggie, you contradicted yourself when you said Tego is black Puerto Rican. So is Joe not black Puerto Rican because he's the same color as you. Again, dick breath, you're still dealing with color. And I could look at your name and I know why you're saying that. And you need to get up out of here with that. So let me tell you, it's a difference between race and nationality. You do know that, right? There's a difference between race and nationality. And if you're going to deal with color, then you're a damn fool. But you're going to keep dealing with color. Y'all going to keep saying color. Y'all definitely going to keep saying complexion. I said Tego had nothing to do with his complexion. I didn't say he was black because of his complexion. I said he was black because of his lineage. But he's not even black because he'll say he's African. I said black is American construct. Are you, again, I'm never going to contradict myself. Only time you contradict yourself is when you lie. But anyway, us black Americans cared about Africa. We cared about all these places, not even knowing these motherfuckers had all this gold, had all of this land and all this shit. And they never was like, yo, let us help y'all. They were so busy starving their own people. We thought Somalia and places like that were starving people. Do you know what Somalian people really look like? Remember Ethiopia? We thought it was a starving place. Do you see what Ethiopians really look like? So who were them people that were starving in Ethiopia with these big bellies? Did they look like the Ethiopians that you know of today? Why do they look different? You ain't never asked yourself that as you grew up? Think about that when we was younger. USA for Africa. You seen the Ethiopians with big bellies. You seen Somalians. You seen all these people that were starving. You seen famine, pestilence. You seen all of this. And then you're like, yo, hold up. So who are these people? So who was the starving people? Hold on. I'm confused. How come they were all darker skinned with short kinky hair? Who is these people? Those are not the people that we see now. And then that's another thing, and I'm glad you said that coexists. Even with our people, Ja Rule, others. Why they keep building schools in Africa? Ain't you from Queens? Why you don't build a school in Hollis? Mental P, everybody don't got beef with everybody. That's another false narrative. Nobody. We not beefing with nobody. All we're saying is that every time since the beginning of history, everything that they know we did, why does somebody else say they did it? Why do they take the credit for what we did and do? That's all we saying. It ain't no beef. It's a discussion that's been smashed on. that's been smashed on. Ain't no beef. Shit, we gotta learn to stick together, and so we could figure some shit out. We still working on that. There's a rewind button. If y'all want to know what he said, if you just came in here, there's no way that I'm going to go back. I've been on here for a little while now. What he said is on here. That's all you're saying. That's not what everyone that seems FBA is saying. No, FBA, I could tell you what FBA is saying. FBA is saying everything that we do, y'all always got something to say when y'all don't have nothing to do with us. That's what FBA is saying. That's what FBA is saying. Let me tell you something, I'm going to end on this note. When I first heard FBA, when I first heard ADOS, when I first heard FBA, I thought it was very, very divisive. That's what I thought. I was nervous about it because, again, I grew up Pan-Africanist. I grew up listening to Malcolm. I grew up listening to Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben. I grew up listening to that. Sheikh Anta Diop. I grew up listening to that. Right? So I was afraid. I thought it was divisive. I thought it was like, hold on, why are y'all disconnecting from this and that? And then as I started doing the knowledge, and I started seeing what was going on, I started asking questions, and the questions wasn't being able to be answered. And as I started going into this, because I'm immersed in hip hop. I'm immersed, right? So as I was immersed in hip hop the way I am, I started seeing some moving pieces, and I'm like, yo, hold up. And it really hit me when I said Jim Jones defeated Pusha T. That was my opinion. And I started getting all this feedback and disrespect. And as I was looking at the people who was disrespecting me, it was a lot of people from the continent. And I was so confused. I was like, well, what the hell do y'all know about what's going on in America, in American hip hop? Then when I started seeing the excessive use of the N-word by them, when I started seeing how they were just copying a lot of our shit, but then being proud where they was from. They was proud where they was from. And then they started saying, y'all don't got no culture. Like, we don't got no culture? Nigga, what you doing is our culture. Then they started saying, y'all didn't start this culture. We did. See, that was never a topic. They gave us our leaders. We never selected our leaders. Because that's like me saying, I'm the first over here. Y'all might be the first in my area. It's like when they say hip hop started in the Bronx in the building. That's cap. Hip hop is more than one element. So if they was in the party and they had DJing and MCing, was there graffiti there? Was there breakdancing? So it wasn't hip hop. It was just a party that consists of MCing and DJing. That's not hip hop. It's two elements. So how is that hip hop? So as I started looking around the world, they had breakdancing in the damn Olympics. And when you go back and you in 100 years from now, 150 years from now, that shit went down in history. That don't come from where we started. That don't come from what we did. So I was confused, like, yo, hold up. What's happening is that they trying to say, we ain't shit. We never invented nothing. We never did anything. Everything that we say, hey, man, we was, what they started saying was, y'all didn't invent anything because y'all have no culture. And then I started saying, so hold up, how you God body? How you a part of the nation, gods, and earth? How could you be a blood? How could you be a Crip? That's all Black American culture. That started from us. I'm confused. So I started realizing how they started moving the goalposts when it came to what we invented and what we were responsible for. That's when I started having an issue. And I was like, whoa, hold up. We don't got no culture. The fuck is you talking about? And if we don't speak up, it becomes law. See, when people have bigger platforms, look what they talk about and what they don't talk about. And then we start saying culture vulture, which I was saying in 2018. I was getting a lot of flack. Listen, culture vulture comes from the war correspondent Del Jones' Culture Bandits. Dame Dash could try to take credit for culture vulture. He capping. That shit, I don't even want to say it come from me, but I'm just be real with you. I don't want to be a narcissist and say it come from me, but Dame Dash was not saying that shit first. I was saying that shit in 2008. This is a fact. But let me show y'all something really quick because this is a great read. Hold on. This is a great read right here. This talks about oh shit, it's a PDF? Might be a PDF. It's on Amazon. It's going to be hard to get this book. I ain't going to lie to you. But this is where it comes from. Del Jones, the war correspondent. Culture Bandits. There we go. Try to get this book if you can. It'll give you a lot of clarity. This is written in 1990. I read this. This has different volumes as well. Try to get this book if you can. But this is where culture vulture comes from. And what is a vulture? It's a buzzard. So the lions and the hyenas fight over the elk or the bison. They fight to the death. The lion make the kill. The hyena comes and say, we're taking the elk or the bison from you. They fight. They fight. But the buzzard is all up in the sky looking at them fight. Looking at them fight. Looking at them kill each other. They wound each other. They get away. But the buzzard comes down. The buzzard comes down and scavenges what's left. So to the naked eye, if you come on the scene, you would think the buzzard made the kill. The buzzard made the kill. So that's why we use the vulture thing. Let me address a bozo in the chat. What's your name? Young Run It Up, aka Zoo Man X. What's your name? Because you have an AKA. We don't even know the first name. Racism ain't about power. It's about not liking someone for their race. That's racism. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything? I don't even know what you're talking about. And it's funny. Listen. First of all, nobody said anything about race, stupid. What are you talking about race? He said black racist. I said you can't be black and racist. And if you think you could be black and racist, then go to another chat. Please, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else with that. Because let me deal with you for a second. You're the inventor of guard drill. Right. So they're racist. They're racist because they said they didn't start hip hop. You know, anyway, man. Anyway. We at 957 on the likes. If we could get to 1,000, that'd be fly before I sign off. I do want to say, shout out to all my Puerto Rican people. Shout out to all my West Indian people. I do not have an issue with any Puerto Rican people or West Indian people. Your contributions in hip hop have been greatly appreciated. Big Pun, GOAT, one of the GOATs. Devastating Tito, nice as hell. The person who let me get on the turntables and show me how to DJ was a Puerto Rican DJ by the name of Harry Hash. But the issue is, when we said we invented it, y'all took credit for something that you didn't invent. That's where the problem started. And shit, my favorite DJ of all time is a Jamaican. I mean, my favorite producer of all time is a Jamaican, and that's Pete Rock. Never gonna change from that. Never gonna change from that. All we're saying is we invented hip hop. That's all. I don't see why that's a problem. And until you could disprove that, until you could But you can't disprove it. But I don't see why that's a problem. You know what that remind me of? You know what that remind me of, and ride with me on this one. When they talk about to some people is a mythical person, to some people is a real person. You ever notice when you say, because again, now ride with me on this one. This is important. I'm going to close out on this one. Just like they gave us who invented hip hop, they also gave us a white Jesus. Right? Roll with me on this. They gave us a white Jesus. And for years, to this day, some people believe that he is. But when it's been disproven that he's white by that he's not white, by their description that's in the Bible, then they'll say, it doesn't matter what color he is. You ever heard that before? See, they'll say he's white, he's white, he's white, he's white. You know, some West Indians and Puerto Ricans, they love that white Jesus. But when you disprove that he's white, they'll say it doesn't matter what color he is. So if it doesn't matter, why can't he be black? According to your scripture, anybody that has feet the color of brass, like it was burnt in a furnace, cannot be white. Complexion people. So why, when you say he's not white, according to your definition, why do they say it doesn't matter what color he is? This is the same thing that they did with hip hop. So when you disprove that they're not a part of the invention, then you got to be a racist, hating ass black. Instead of just dealing with the facts. See how you move the goalpost? Instead of you saying, you know what? Yeah, y'all invented it, but we did it better. Pun was nicer than y'all. Y'all invented it, but we was nice at breakdancing. Yeah, y'all invented it, but we... You move the goalpost from the invention conversation, and then you say things that make the average individual say, yo, that's fucked up. They raised. Why? Because this is the great Fat Joe. And you know what Fat Joe says a lot too? I never lie to y'all. Fat Joe don't lie. You know who says that more than anything?
A liar. A liar.
Only a liar has to reiterate that he's not lying. Because if you was never called a liar or nobody ever thinks you lying, why would you say you're not lying? If you're known for telling the truth, if you're known for being a truther, why would we think you're lying? Watch any of his shit. You know, Fat Joe will never lie to you. For real, true. Mm-hmm. So, for y'all in the room, always debate, argue with facts. Please do your research. And if you so happen to regurgitate, research for yourself. Please research for yourself. So if somebody asks you to expound on what you're saying, you're able to do it. Please do research for yourself. I gave y'all a book that I want y'all to look up. If you can get the PDF, do that as well. I was going to call some people, but I don't want to put them on the spot and get them involved in the argument. Listen, Juice Pedrez, research breaking moves created. I dispelled all that already. I showed on a plantation where they were breakdancing. It just wasn't called breakdancing. See, some things that we did didn't even have a name. It's just we just did it. You know, people who give things name, people who monetize and think they own shit. They'll give it a name, patent it, and say it's theirs, and they created it. But when we give ourselves a name, we're the foundational Black authority. So you have Black Americans, you have FBAs. It's one and the same. And again, if you don't want to associate yourself because he's not your leader, let me say this again. Tariq Nasheed is not your leader. He doesn't claim to be a leader, and he's not the leader. You can't be a leader of a lineage. You can't be a leader of a lineage. He's no more Black American than I am, than you are, than he is, than she is. So don't let them spin you with making them tell you you have a leader or you're under somebody. Don't let them spin you. There's no leader to a lineage. You can't be the leader of being a Black American or Black man, Black woman in America. There's no leader. Now, you can have leaders of said organizations if he start his own organization, but you can't be the leader of a lineage. You can't be the leader of what I am. Even if he owns the label, so what? He owns foundational Black American. He does not own Black American. You can still be a Black American without saying foundational. It's still one and the same. Still one and the same. And if he created the argument and he created something for us to identify with, that's cool. Shit, many of you follow, many of you fuck with Kwanzaa. You know who invented Kwanzaa? Y'all know who invented Kwanzaa? Y'all don't want me to tell you who invented Kwanzaa. And it's funny that I said that. Look at the time of the year. Many of you going to be like Imani, Kuji Chagalia. Many of you going to do that. Because you don't want to celebrate Christmas, but you'll celebrate Kwanzaa. So although you might like the Kwanzaa principles, you don't want to know who invented Kwanzaa. Matter of fact, before I go, let me show you who invented Kwanzaa. Who invented Kwanzaa? This guy right here by the name of Malana Karenga. Malana Karenga. Let's look him up. So all you Kwanzaa followers. Oh, shit. Y'all know about the U.S. that was fighting the Panthers and killing the Panthers? Oh, shit. Y'all don't know who Malana Karenga is? Goodness gracious. So y'all could Kuji Chagalia all y'all want and all that shit. I don't deal with that. How the FBI... Y'all didn't know that? Anyway. Yo, I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate any cash apps. Y'all do the knowledge of yourself. Y'all go read. I'm here nightly. Make sure you subscribe. I'm saying, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I read and forgot more stuff than some people would ever know. Seriously. And I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate, like, although I address haters a lot, I come on here because of y'all, because there's so much that we don't know. Not saying I know everything, but the little bit that I do know, I like to share with y'all. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to be informative. And I like to give you good content, good word. And it's important because while we have platforms, it's not about views. It's not about any of those things. It's about who you reached and who. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Thank you, Tori and Howard Terry. It's about who you reach. And then now y'all got homework to do. Y'all got homework to do. Is that really Tahaka Bay? Now, Tahaka. Don't do that, because we could go live together one day and we could do this. Because I understand where you going with it. I understand that you got an axe to grind. But it ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. He's talking about Fat Joe. He's talking about Fat Joe. We ain't talking about nobody else. And Tahaka, anyway, you don't agree with the word black anyway. So cut it out. But no, we could do a dope show. A lot of our Moorish brothers don't believe in black anyway. They believe in black, according to science, means death. So they don't call themselves black. But I am a black American. And I'm motherfucking proud of it. Seriously. Love that shit. And I'm the reason why I'm going to say that. I didn't always love us. I didn't always love myself. I loved globally until I realized they didn't love us. I said some Moorish brothers. I didn't say you. I said some Moorish brothers don't believe in black. You don't believe in black. You wouldn't even say, yo, you won't even say black power. Cut it out. I see one time Sonetta tried to get you to say black. I remember one time, but yo, that I fuck with Tahaka Bay, Moorish World TV. Truth be told, I watch his channel every night. I do watch him. He's funny as hell. And he does great presentations, whether you agree with them or not. I do like the way he puts his shit together. I did say you. I thought you. Well, you all right. So my correction, Tahaka Bay didn't say that. Some Moorish Americans. I never heard him say that. I know Sonetta one time tried to get him to say black power. And he was like, you did do that. But anyway, I do want to say I always didn't love myself. I always didn't love y'all because love always, bro. Always didn't love y'all because I didn't love me. And I didn't know how important that I was. I didn't know how important we were until I started reading and studying, and then I was like, damn. And believe it or not, reason why I took Fat Joe's comment so personal, because I really used to get called a racist. Joe Budden called me a racist before. Y'all ever saw that? He was serious, but he was playing, but he was serious. Because I've always fought for our people and always said stuff for our people, I've always got called names, and I wear that. Whatever. But it ain't nothing that we can't do if we stick together. And we just need to build more. We need to have fun. We need to have fun. We need to laugh. We need to joke. We need to be serious. And it's a lot we can do and we gonna do. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? We kind of don't have a choice. But yeah, man. I'll holler at y'all later on. I'm Doggie Diamonds. I appreciate we had 1,100 likes. Please share this video. This was important. Y'all got to share this video. And y'all got to definitely leave me a comment after the fact. I appreciate all of y'all. If you're not subscribed, hit that red subscribe thing. I wasn't even feeling all that good today too, but I can't let certain shit slide. So respect to y'all. I'm at Doggie Diamonds TV, at Doggie Diamonds on everything. Doggie Diamonds No Filter is the channel. And I'm going to put up more audios. So until next time, that's right.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Peace out, y'all.